Good morning. Wow, this chair really feels like it's about to break. Today we're coming off the back of driving the McLaren Senna yesterday. But today I'm having myself somewhat of a Portuguese road trip. I'm driving from Estoril, which is where I am right now, all the way down the coast. That blue line's kind of incorrect. I'm gonna skirt this coastline here. And there's this really beautiful place, which is a park and garden. It's a national park and garden, which is right on the coast, which is no doubt going to be absolutely stunning. To ultimately end up at Portimao for a McLaren Pure event, which is a dedicated track event ran by McLaren. It'll be my first one. They are becoming quite famous at events. Everyone who's been on one, I'm told they're fantastic. I'm yet to have been on one. And today I have a McLaren 570S Spider in which to take part in this wonderful jet. Let's hit it. The next 24 hours. This wonderful 570S Spider. I think this is one of the most compelling packages and cars from McLaren right now. Look at the amount of carbon we've got here. There's carbon splitters or extended canards, carbon sills, carbon vents on the side for the air intake. That always looks great. And I would imagine, yep, big carbon rear diffuser. I love how you can see the back of the gearbox and transmission and exhaust through this splitter. It's so cool. So yes, any day with a McLaren is a good day, but when the sun is shining like this, it has to be one of their most compelling cars. The fact that it's got a full carbon tub, you take the roof off, zero compromise, and of course it lets in all of those audible delights with the roof down. It's an amazing package. Every time I get in a 570, I do question what more you would need. The performance from them is ridiculous. Straight line, acceleration as well. I know they've been benchmarked against a few cars and they just punch so far above their weight. So to be able to experience this on some nice sticky roads out here in sunny hot Portugal is going to be fantastic. And then ending up at Pure, hopefully experiencing this and some more cars on the track. So we're now waiting for Hunter, who is become a good friend of mine from McLaren. We're going to immerse ourselves in this 570S in the sunshine.
Please don't talk about me when I'm gone. Oh honey, though our friendship ceases from now on.
It's always a good start to the morning, that. Yeah. So this is my friend Hunter, who just conveniently happens to be social media manager at McLaren. And he's very kindly managed to arrange us this 570S Spider, which reminds me.
Oh yeah, we need to
We need to take the roof. We need to take the roof off.
Yeah, this is happening.
Literally the best car you make. This is everything.
I love this car.
It is so good. There we are.
So we're having a little bit of a Portuguese coastal adventure today with the roof open and a supercar.
Sounds like the dream, man. I'm so excited for this.
Yeah.
Also, I've been coming to Portugal since I was like 3 years old. My auntie lives out here.
Yeah.
And I've always seen all these fantastic roads and never actually had the opportunity to drive them. So what better day and in what better car? Let's do it, man. Okay, a few hours drive, obvious change of driver since then. So Hunter's been in a really unique position over that, what, 2 weeks?
About 2 weeks, yeah.
2 weeks you've been, manning the Senna launch.
So I flew, I know, it's quite an unusual position to be in. I flew straight from Los Angeles, where we did the Forza announcement at E3.
Which is a massive deal.
That was a big thing. that was
Yeah.
a hell of a thing to witness.
So the Senna is the star car of Forza Horizon 4.
Exactly. And that's been such a cool project, man. So I did that, then flew directly from Los Angeles to Estoril in Portugal, and then basically it was all hands on deck to get the Sennas. I don't know what multiple of the
Senna.
To get the Senna ready for you lot to drive.
Okay, and so you've been dealing with international media for 2 weeks, back to back.
Pretty much that, wave after wave after wave of different media from different countries. I get to meet people from all around the world, from different countries who do different things, and they're all just into cars.
Yeah.
And it naturally immediately descends into car geeking over dinner or the whole time. And it's fascinating to see how different places in the world like different cars.
It's cool, right?
Yeah,
But
exactly.
at the same time, don't you find that no matter what country they're from, car people kind of speak the same language?
Yeah.
You know, everyone's on the same mindset, and they all there for one thing, which is just to like have a massive appreciation for
exactly.
incredible cars.
Yeah, exactly. And I think for me, the best thing about this one has been because the Senna is so ridiculously fast. We've been having dinner with different people every evening, and I kind of know what they've got in store for them the next day.
Yeah, and you have no idea what's about to happen.
They don't know, and then they get strapped into it.
Yeah.
And they and then everything suddenly gets very serious, and they realise what they're in for. And I just love the expression on their faces when they first get out of the car, because we put months and months and months and months of work into this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then they get out of the car and they're like, fried, scrambled.
Like, what? I noticed a few people, they would come out of their car and their faces would be like, what the hell just happened? And then I'd see them sit down in a corner and sort of process it as to what's just happened.
Yeah, you genuinely need to have a sit down after that car.
Yeah, so the idea of this drive, which is why the edit might be a bit casual, but I always love bringing you along for supercar journeys, is that we've both been flat out on it in our various work lives, and we both got into this game just because we love driving.
Yep.
And so we thought, I tell you what, rather than going straight to pure, getting back on your job and my job, why don't we come for a drive?
Why don't we just go for a drive?
And it's so nice to enjoy a drive and just, like, today I feel how I felt when I first started, and it was just about the pure love of cars. And I love that.
I feel the same way.
That was a pretty super quick transition from lunch. We were planning on filming a bit of chat and dialogue, but they had the Rolling Stones playing. So we're gonna hop back into 570S and make our way all the way down to Portimao. And the sun's finally coming out. Okay. Finally made it. It was quite a quick transition, to be fair, from the car to the hotel. Much longer drive than we expected. When we got onto Google Maps, it was like a 3-hour day. Turned into a bit of a 6-hour day, but the detour has been phenomenal. It's some incredible coastal Portuguese roads. Every time, 570S has been phenomenal. I love the torque. The torque is relentless. It's so effortless, and when you're overtaking and coming out of corners, particularly the way it hooks up under traction in low gears, and you're smashing through with that gorgeous twin clutch gearbox. Fantastic. Anyway, behold our wonderful hotel, and we are right on the coast. So I'm going to check in and then show you around briefly before we sign off. What do you think of this hotel?
It's pretty amazing.
It's pretty amazing.
It is pretty amazing.
Look at the view. See if my camera will adjust.
Come and have a look.
Look at this out there. How incredible is this? Let's just go out, see where we're staying. One of the great perks about YouTube and this job in general, if you can classify this as a job, sometimes I pinch myself, is the locations we come to. Look at this.
It's not bad, is it?
Wow. Oh, I love how crisp and white everything is. The view's incredible. Beach is huge. Check out the view. Oh, we're really, really up high on a serious cliff face here.
Yeah.
Now we're here, have a debrief and a chill. It's good to spend some more time in a McLaren. Almost a year since I sold my LT.
I know.
I miss it.
I would miss that car too. Do you think that was your favourite experience you've had in a McLaren, that car?
Without exception.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was because it was totally unexpected and I approached it with no, expectations. I sort of, the backstory behind me driving that car, and if for those of you guys who haven't seen it, I'll link below. So I was actually in Tenerife for the launch of the 570 GT. And some of the best driving roads I've ever experienced. And my flight was like several hours later than everyone else. And Wayne saw me just walking around the hotel with nothing to do. And there was this 675 LT Spider parked outside. And he just threw me the keys and went, go and check that out. I was like, all right, cool. So I got in this car. I was 100 yards down the road. And I actually stopped it and I was like, hold on a minute. This is a whole different thing. And just by pure coincidence, an hour before that, I'd been out in a 650S. And when you step in them with the engine turned off, they feel the same car. And then without even turning a wheel, you turn it on and you realize that just based on the amount of vibration that comes through the chassis, in the seat, through the wheel, you're like, hold on a minute, this feels different immediately. 100 yards down the road, first few gear changes, I knew this was a totally different car. And then when I got it on those roads, which effectively wind up and down a volcano, you've seen it, I kind of lost it a bit. Because it was the first time that I'd seen a supercar blur the lines between super and hypercar. Like it was a joke.
It is a wild beast, that car.
Incredible thing.
And on the right road, it's quite a special thing. There's one moment I will never forget more than anything at McLaren, and that was when we were doing the 720S launch. That was my first ever proper car launch. And I'd obviously changed from being a journalist to a PR, which is quite a jump. And it's especially to start with the 720S, which was a huge project for us and an amazing car. And the first day we were there, we were at Vallelunga Circuit and we were filming. And I'd never had so many cameramen and crew and things before in my life. Yeah. And we have a pro driver called Rob Garofol, who's quite good at sliding cars around very fast. And I was used to having people who could do that kind of thing, but never someone who was able to do a drift that was so mad, then just come back round, park the car in front of me and say, is that too much or too little smoke? And I kind of just went, there's options. I didn't realise there was options here. And we had this one day of filming where we just kind of ran riot with the car around this track, and it was amazing. The footage
if only
we've got
you could document those moments.
I think my iPhone is full of some quite special behind the scenes things. Yes, but that kind of moment where the right car in the right place with the right driver and just being able to witness it.
Special times.
Although I can't give away any secrets, obviously. We have many exciting things coming, as I'm sure you can imagine. One of which we know you're going to be involved in.
Yeah. I will be getting into another McLaren, and it will be
a very fast one.
Quite swift. Let's leave it at that.
Let's leave it at that.
Yeah. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. I did say this would be more of a casual vlog because selfishly we've been treating this as somewhat of a day off, really, just because we've both been intense and back-to-back in our
it's been a really nice
day-to-day lives, but it's been super cool. But I still wanted to share it with you, and it's not every day you have someone like Hunter to give you some insights into behind the scenes of being a PR for such an awesome brand. So pretty cool. As always, leave comments below if you want to know anything, and this week is packed full of really cool content because we have Senna dropping.
Yes.
So please stay tuned for that. Don't want to give too much away, but I'm sure you can appreciate it's going to be absurd. Ciao!